Honorable Men Discord. Bill Belichick's first ballot snub. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend and tell a friend I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's get straight to it. This is something I definitely wanted to cover, and that is the first ballot Hall of Fame snub of Bill Belichick. At first, I told myself, I don't know how I'm defending someone who helped the New England Patriots become the team that they're known for. But I told myself also, Bill Belichick started off as a Giant. All right, he worked as an assistant to the I want to say the defensive coach on the New York Giants. So he's a Giant at heart. So for that reason, I decided to do this episode and speak on his first ballot snub by the NFL. So let's just get straight to it. I have three things queued up. The last one being something lighthearted. I just thought it was funny, so I decided to plug that into this episode. But let's get into some of the thoughts of some respected people. One being a sports analysis. I have Tom Brady, and then I also have Lawrence Taylor, who is the reason why I'm a Giants fan, speaking on his time with the Giants when Bill Belichick was an assistant. So let's get straight into it.
There's only one explanation for Bill Belichick not getting in on the first ballot, and that is cheating. I've listened to a lot of the pundits talk about it. Some people are saying, he wasn't nice to the media. Yeah. Others are saying he's still coaching now, like North Carolina, so maybe they want to wait till he's fully done coaching. Others are saying Kenny Anderson and L.C. Greenwood got to get in, so, Bill can wait and all that. It's all hogwash. Okay. There is only one explanation for Bill Belichick not getting in on the first ballot, and that is cheating. That's it. If you didn't vote for Bill Belichick for any other reason, you shouldn't be a voter. There are some people we could argue shouldn't even be on the ballot. Bill Belichick comes up, he's just in. He's just in. It's not even a vote. Tom Brady, there's no vote. He's in. There are some people that you could do that. Belichick's in that class. So if you actually voted against him, you should not vote. You do not deserve a vote. This is too important. And I'm convinced it's the cheating. Then I'm totally fine with it. When you cheat, you got nothing to say. From the moment he got to the Patriots in 2000, they said he was cheating. In world-class sports, the difference between a gold medal and not medaling at all is this. If that cheating gives you this much advantage, you got an advantage. He's lucky that this is it. I'm not saying he should never get in, but I'm fine with a slap on the wrist, a reminder, hey, we know you didn't do it all above board, so you're going to wait a year or two. There is only...
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know he was going to take it there. So he's calling cheating as one of the reasons why he's not first ballot. He was snubbed in the first ballot Hall of Fame. I will let those of you watching this episode chime in regard to that, because cheating, I know about the I want to say it was the year where they said Tom Brady deflated some of the balls, so some of the football, so that he had a better grip. But was that something that they investigated where it was done more than that particular year? Let me know in the comment section. I really can't speak on that, so I don't know if that's the cheating he's talking about. I don't know about any other cheating besides that. If there's other cheating that I may have missed, let me know in the comment section. I'm here for it. But let's get into Tom Brady speaking on this snub.
Bill Belichick being left out of the Hall of Fame is pure jealousy and manipulation. They think that letting Bill in would mean admitting they were completely defeated by him. Bill and I fought side by side for 20 years, winning 6 Super Bowl championships under the same head coach. Do you know what that means? It wasn't just 1 or 2 good seasons. It was 2 entire eras of dominance. He is the winningest head coach in postseason history and one of the top all-time in regular season wins. What makes it even harder to accept is that he was the only coaching finalist this year and they still voted no. It forces the question, how is the voting even done? Is it based on standards or based on bias? Don't get me wrong, I respect many great coaches in history, but no one has done what Bill has done. His in-game adjustments and talent development are unmatched. His dominance was so complete for so long that it probably made certain people uncomfortable. This isn't his failure. It's the people pretending to be objective who just hit pause on history. Bill Belichick.
So I want to say something. So if you didn't see my episode on the Grammys that just passed, just know this, and this goes for athletes that are watching this, the athletes that may follow my channel or soon to follow my channel. This goes for artists, actors. Just understand this. These award ceremonies, whether you're talking the Grammys, whether you're talking about being inducted into the Hall of Fame or into the Basketball Hall of Fame, just understand these committees and these people that vote on who should be in, who should win, who should get a trophy, who shouldn't. Remember, these are other human beings that are flawed just like all of us. All right? Meaning, you would like to believe things are done fairly, but there's always going to be a bias. Period. Point blank, period. There's always going to be a bias. There's always going to be a reason why they're like, not that guy. We don't want to give him one. And I brought this up before. 50 Cent has no Grammy. Make that make sense when at the time when he came out with Get Rich or Die Trying, who was hotter than 50 Cent? Even some of the records he had off of The Massacre, there's no way 50 Cent has not won Grammy. All right, I looked it up, and I know this is not about Grammys. I did that already, but I just have to just make note and highlight the fact that, again, these committees that decide who could be inducted and who should be Hall of Fame, who should get that yellow jacket in terms of the NFL. I don't know how it is in golf. It might be the same thing in golf. In a situation like this, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, that should be like a no-brainer. Like, what are we talking about right now? But obviously, we're discussing this because of the snub, right? It should be automatic. There should be no deliberation. It should be automatic. But just know that because people are behind it, people have bias. People tend to remember how you treated them throughout your career. If you were someone who you might be an excellent ball player, an excellent coach, an excellent artist, but you were nasty to the media, nasty to fans, those things transcend. So when it's your time to be acknowledged for something, it's possible you'll be snubbed because people remember you for how you are outside of your craft. Regardless if you might think that one has nothing to do with the other, unfortunately, when you're dealing with human beings, you could be snubbed for how you are outside of your craft, outside of your specialty. But let's continue.
Into Bill's office. I said, man, what the fuck are you doing, man? You gonna name him as defense coordinator?
Bill Belichick was your defensive coordinator. Said he was the greatest defensive player of all time.
And listen, he right.
He right.
Go ahead.
He definitely right. What was Bill like back then?
Let me tell you, when Belichick first came in, he was assistant special teams coach. Assistant to the special teams coach.
Basically
you know how low that is?
He was in the film room making film.
You know how low that is?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody know what the hell that shit is. His second year, he became special teams coach. His third year was Bill Parcells' first year as a head coach. and he named Bill Belichick the defensive coordinator. Man, I had a fit. I was raising hell. What the fuck? Man, get back there and shag some balls. Yeah. I went into Bill's office. I said, man, what the fuck are you doing, man? You gonna name him as defense coordinator? And Bill told me all the defenses that we've been running for the last couple of years are Bill Belichick's design. He designed all these daggone defenses.
Even though it wasn't his position at the time.
Hey, damn. He designed all the defenses for and I was shocked. I gave him I told Bill, hey, shit, I give you my blessings, man. Go ahead. And I'm gonna tell you what, personality-wise, he's whatever. But I'll tell you what, for somebody that knows football, knows defense, hey, he knows what you're supposed to do. Oh, he's a bad man. He's a bad man. I went into...
So you notice when he got to speaking on Belichick's personality, he didn't say anything disparaging about him, but you could tell that obviously he has a personality that doesn't sit well with people. And again, that may be a part of why the first ballot, snubbed him, right? Outside of what the commentator said about maybe the possible cheating. All right, so it could be a number of things. But I'm just going to go into this last thing I have queued up, which I thought was funny. So I want to end with a little humor.
So if a coach with 222 wins is in the Hall of Fame, then a coach with 333 would be in the Hall of Fame? No. Why would you think? Just because you're second all-time in wins doesn't mean you're Hall of Fame worthy. But if a coach with 10 playoff wins is in the Hall of Fame, then a coach with 31 playoff wins would be in the Hall of Fame? No. Why would you think? Just because he has the most playoff wins of all time doesn't mean he's Hall of Fame worthy. Let's take a step back. So if a coach with 2 Super Bowl appearances is in the Hall of Fame, then a coach with 9 Super Bowl appearances would definitely be in the Hall of Fame? No. What would you think? He would not be in the Hall of Fame. Just because you've been to 9 Super Bowls doesn't mean you're Hall of Fame worthy. But if he won the most Super Bowls of all time, then he would have to be in the Hall of Fame. No. Just because you have the most Super Bowl wins doesn't mean you're Hall of Fame worthy. But if all of these accomplishments were done by one coach, then that coach would obviously be in the Hall of Fame. No. What would you think? It's because that coach is Bill Belichick, and the members of the Hall of Fame committee said it's because that's why. So if a coach...
I thought that was funny. Heavy on the sarcasm. I thought that was funny. Listen, what's your thoughts on this? I think this is one topic that would be unanimous and everyone thinking that Bill Belichick being snubbed from the Hall of Fame, at least at this time, and at least during this recording, at the time of this recording, I should say, I think we could all agree that this is a little bit ridiculous, if not a lot ridiculous, extremely ridiculous. But that's my thoughts on all of this. What's yours? As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, on your way out, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell them I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, I appreciate all of you, and stay honorable.